One of the biggest challenges when it comes to relationship is having a relationship with an emotionally immature partner. Once in this dynamic, you may feel like crazy. They make you feel like you're crazy, completely disconnected and isolated. So I'll share with you 8 signs of an emotionally immature partner. First of all, they're very defensive, quite highly explosive. They cannot manage their emotion maturely, so they may blame, they may be very aggressive, they may attack you constantly. So their constant attack pushes you in a place of having to defend yourself or hide or freeze. They basically lack the ability and the skill set to process an emotion like anger, for example. 2, they shame you for your feelings. They feel very uncomfortable with emotion, so they may come up with expressions like, you're so needy, it's always about you. They're really, really uncomfortable with manifestation of any kind of emotion. So they end up criticizing you for you displaying your emotions, even healthily. 3, they're very childlike. So they don't have the ability to kind of mediate when it comes to emotions. So they shut down. When things don't go their way, they shut down, they retreat, they don't share, they don't seek solution. So they lack the ability to compromise and they are very reactive. 4, they perceive everything as a personal attack. They don't have the ability to self-reflect. That's something they are not able to do. Because they struggle with emotional depth, they misinterpret relationship issues, natural ones, as an attack to them. 5, they are very avoidant. So they just ignore and try and avoid the issues. And if they perceive there is an issue, they just hope that it will go away. And when you try and confront the matter or tackle and seek for a solution, they will just dismiss you by saying things like, just think about the positive. So they don't have the ability to investigate further. They're very avoidant. 6, they think relationships should be easy. They have a childlike romanticized vision of what a relationship is like. So they come up with expressions like, oh, I wish we could go back to the beginning. They're idealizing some sort of romantic version of life, which never was, never will, and it's not attainable in a world of adult processing of emotions. So in that regard, they are also avoidant. They're just fantasizing about a time that is long gone, or they will threaten to leave at any minor disagreement. 7, they have a very erratic past relationship history, and it seems they haven't been able to learn from those relationships. They always end up blaming the other partner, blaming the circumstances, so they see themselves as not having a proactive role, and in that regard they are quite passive and victims. And finally, 8, they are very concerned about how they are perceived from the outside. So they may be putting up behaviors that are completely fake in social media, or behave very differently when they're in front of their parents, their family, just to display a dynamic that isn't real. But they seem to be very affected by other opinions of themselves. Being with an immature partner, emotionally mature partner, is very painful, is very hard, is very isolating. So I would advise anyone in this dynamic to seek support and to work on yourself, to work on your needs, and to take ownership of your boundaries and the things you are accepting or tolerating that maybe you may no longer be willing or ready to accept. I'm here if you need, and it would be really helpful to know your experience with an emotionally mature partner. And if you want to have a one-to-one, more specific advice, I'll be available to support you, to be of service. So I hope this helped.